You're not broke. You've been programmed to stay that way. Every smart decision you've made, every safe path you followed, every paycheck you depend on, was never designed to make you rich. It was designed to keep you controlled. And the worst part, you think it's your fault. You were given one rule. So simple it felt undeniable. Work hard and you'll succeed. It sounds fair, almost comforting, like a promise the world made to you. So you followed it. You woke up early, even when you didn't want to. You sat in classrooms, memorizing things you'd forget a week later. You raised your hand, waited for permission, stayed inside the lines. You became disciplined, reliable, predictable, exactly what they wanted. Then you stepped into the real world, you got the job, you started earning, you told yourself, this is it. But something felt off. Not at first. At first there was pride, then pressure. Then a quiet, creeping realization you couldn't explain. Let me show you what that looks like. Jake. Jake did everything right. No shortcuts, no rebellion, good grades, clean record, college degree. By 25, he felt like he was winning. A steady job, a steady income, a steady life. By 30, something shifted. Bills got heavier, expectations got louder, time felt faster. And by 35, Jake wasn't building a life. He was maintaining one, barely. Every morning felt the same. Alarm, coffee, traffic, work, repeat. Weekends became recovery, not freedom. Dreams became memories, not goals. And one day, sitting in his car, engine off, staring at nothing, it hit him hard. The harder he worked, the less control he had over his own life. That's the illusion. The idea that effort alone creates freedom. Because if that were true, the people working the hardest jobs on earth would be the richest, but they're not. They're the most exhausted, the most replaceable, the most trapped. Hard work doesn't make you rich, it makes you useful. And this didn't start with your job. It started much earlier. When you were a child, you weren't taught how money works. No one explained assets, ownership, leverage. Instead, you were trained. Sit down, be quiet, follow instructions, don't question, don't challenge, don't think too differently. Success meant obedience, not awareness. So you adapted. You became efficient at following orders, good at meeting expectations, comfortable inside systems you didn't design. And slowly, without even noticing it, you stopped asking why. You just kept going, step by step, day by day, becoming exactly what the system needed you to be. Not free, but functional. This isn't bad luck. This isn't you falling behind. This is a system, quiet, invisible, precise. And it's been running long before you ever got your first paycheck. Most people never see it, because it doesn't look like control. It looks like normal life. But underneath that normal, there are three forces shaping everything you do, and once you see them, you can't unsee them. 1. Education. It starts early, before money ever enters your life. School, a place where you spend years preparing for the future, but somehow never learn how money actually works. You memorized equations, you wrote essays, you passed tests designed to measure how well you follow instructions, but no one ever sat you down and said, this is how wealth is built. No one explained assets, no one explained ownership, no one told you why some people escape the system, while others stay stuck inside it forever. Instead, you were trained to get good grades, so you could get a good job. That was the goal. Not freedom, not independence, just employment. And the craziest part, you believed it. Because everyone around you believed it too. Parents, teachers, society, all repeating the same script. Study hard, so you can work hard for the rest of your life. Jake followed that script perfectly. He graduated, smiled for the photo, held his degree like it was a ticket to freedom. But what he actually walked away with was debt, thousands of dollars owed, before he even made his first real money decision. Think about that. You start the game. Already behind. That's not random. That's design. If you don't understand money, you'll spend your life working for those who do. 2. The job trap. Then comes the reward, or at least it feels like one. The job, the offer letter, the first paycheck. That moment where you think, I made it. But look closer. What are you really being paid for? Your time, your energy, your attention, 5 days a week, sometimes more. You wake up on someone else's schedule. You solve problems that aren't yours. You build something you don't own. And in return, you get just enough to keep going. This is where most people get stuck. Not because they're lazy, but because they're busy. Busy surviving, busy paying bills, busy chasing the next paycheck, without ever asking where it's all leading. Meet Sarah. She makes $70,000 a year. On paper, she's doing well, better than most, but reality feels different. Rent eats a huge chunk. Bills don't stop. Subscriptions pile up quietly. Taxes take their share before she even sees the money. By the end of the month, there's almost nothing left. No real savings, no real progress, just maintenance. So she keeps working, not to get ahead, just to not fall behind. That's the trap. It doesn't feel like prison because it's comfortable enough, predictable enough. But deep down, you know something's off. The system doesn't need you to be rich. It needs you to keep showing up. 3. The debt machine. And just when you start feeling stuck, the system offers you a solution, or at least it looks like one. Credit cards, loans, easy monthly payments, buy now, pay later. It feels like freedom, like you're upgrading your life, finally getting what you deserve. Jake fell for it, not because he was careless, because he was human. He wanted more, a better car, a nicer place, a lifestyle that matched the image of success he had in his head. And at first, it felt amazing, but slowly, the numbers started stacking up. Monthly payments, due dates, interest, pressure. Every upgrade came with a hidden cost. Not just money, but freedom. Now, every decision Jake makes has to pass one question. Can I afford this payment? Not, is this what I actually want? That's when you know. You don't own your life anymore. Your payments do. Debt is the most polite form of slavery ever created. And here's the part nobody talks about. The system rewards this behaviour. The more you spend, the more the economy grows, the more you borrow, the more institutions profit, the more distracted you stay, the less you question anything. So you keep moving, working, scrolling, buying, repeating, day after day, year after year, not realising. You're not building wealth, you're maintaining a cycle, a quiet loop, designed to keep you controlled. And the most dangerous part, it feels completely normal, and then, one day, it hits you, not all at once, not like a loud explosion, more like a quiet realisation. That slowly gets louder. You wake up, same bed, same room, same routine. But something feels off, heavy, you're exhausted. But you didn't run a marathon, you're stressed. But you didn't fight a war, you're drained. From a life that looks completely normal on the outside, you brush your teeth, check your phone, scroll past people living better lives, smiling, travelling, winning, and for a second, you wonder, what am I doing wrong? Jake feels it too, sitting in his car before work, engine off, silence, hands gripping the steering wheel, like he's holding himself together. He's not lazy, he's not weak, he did everything right. That's what makes it worse, because now he sees it. This isn't temporary, this isn't a phase, this is the path. And that awareness, it doesn't feel empowering, it feels painful. Like waking up inside a life you didn't consciously choose. Meanwhile, somewhere else, someone is making more money in a day than Jake makes in a month. Not because they work harder, but because they own. They own businesses, they own assets, they own systems that keep paying, whether they show up or not. And you? You're there, watching the clock, waiting for Friday, waiting for your bank balance to go up, just so it can go back down again. The poor work for money, the rich make money work for them. This is the part nobody prepares you for, the emotional cost, because it's not just about money, it's about what money controls. Your time, your choices, your peace of mind. You start calculating everything. Can I afford this? Should I spend that? What if something goes wrong? Even your happiness starts going through a budget filter. And slowly, life stops feeling like something you live and starts feeling like something you manage, carefully, cautiously, constantly. Days blur together, weeks disappear, years pass faster than they should, and deep down, there's this quiet fear you don't say out loud. What if this is it? What if this routine, this pressure, this constant cycle is your entire life? Your dreams don't die loudly, they fade, replaced by responsibilities, covered by bills, buried under survival. And the scariest part? From the outside, you look fine, functioning, normal, maybe even successful. But inside, you feel it, that slow, invisible drain of time, energy, and freedom. Your life slipping away, one paycheck at a time. Here's the truth. And yeah, it stings a little. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. You didn't create this system. You didn't write the rules. You just grew up inside it, trusted it, followed it. But now you see it. And once you see it, you can't go back. Because awareness changes everything. It's uncomfortable. It messes with your routine. It makes things that once felt normal feel off. You start questioning things you never questioned before. Why am I doing this? Why does my life feel controlled by money? Who actually benefits from my time, my effort, my stress? And that's when it hits. Maybe there is another way. Maybe this path isn't the only option. But here's the danger. Once you wake up, you have a choice. Stay where it's safe, predictable, familiar, or step into the unknown and take your life back. The moment you question the system, you step outside of it. Escape doesn't begin with a lucky break. It begins with a shift, a quiet decision in your mind that says, I'm done playing this on default, because money follows thinking, not the other way around. Step 1. Stop trading time as your only move. Right now, your income depends on showing up. No work, no money. That's fragile. Time is limited. Energy is limited. But income, that shouldn't be. You need something that works, even when you don't. Step 2. Learn what you were never taught. Not theory, real skills. How money grows, how assets work, how people turn ideas into income. You don't need 10 things. You need one skill that people value. One skill that solves a real problem. That's where everything starts to shift. Step 3. Build something of your own, not just a job, a system, a small side income, a digital product, a platform. Something that belongs to you, something that pays you, even when you're not actively working. Jake didn't wake up one day and quit everything. He didn't gamble his life away. He got intentional. He learned one skill after work. He created one extra stream. It was small at first, almost invisible, but it was his. And that changed everything. Because slowly, the pressure eased, the dependence weakened, the control started slipping away. Freedom isn't given, it's built. This isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about taking your life back, piece by piece. Right now, this moment, you're standing at a quiet crossroads. No noise, no warning signs, just a choice. You can close this video, tell yourself it was interesting, and go right back to the same routine, same habits, same thoughts, same results. Or you can pause and actually face what you just felt. Because deep down, you know something isn't right. The system isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was built to do. Keep people busy, keep them predictable, keep them dependent. It won't change for you. It doesn't have to. But you can change everything, not overnight, not perfectly, but intentionally, step by step, thought by thought, decision by decision. You're not broke. You've been running a script. That was handed to you. But here's the truth. Most people never act on. Scripts can be rewritten, patterns can be broken, lives can be rebuilt. The real question isn't whether this system exists, it's whether you're brave enough to stop playing along. Because one path is easy, familiar, comfortable, safe. The other, uncertain, uncomfortable, real. But that's where freedom lives. So ask yourself, a year from now, will you still be stuck in the same loop? Or will this be the moment everything started to change? Wake up.